People have really strong opinions on Fresno, California. Some people hate on it, some people love it, but what you see online doesn't actually tell you the full story. So in this video, I want to break down the real pros and cons of Fresno based on what I see every day helping people relocate here. This really comes down to your lifestyle, your expectations, and what you personally value. My name is Matthew, I'm a local realtor here in the Central Valley area, and I help people relocate here from all over California and out of state. And these are the exact things that people ask me before deciding if Fresno is the right move for them. One of the biggest pros is affordability, especially when you compare it to other places like the Bay Area or Southern California. For a lot of people, Fresno is where home ownership actually becomes realistic. Instead of paying high rent, people are able to buy their own home, get their own space, and start building equity. It's not the cheapest place in the country, but with the value you get, it's a big reason why people choose Fresno. Another big pro is space. A lot of homes out here have a lot more driveways, garages, bigger yards, which can feel like a big change coming from a crowded city. Day-to-day life also feels easier. There's a lot less traffic than major metro areas, the errands are simpler, and the overall pace just feels a lot slower. For a lot of people, that alone improves their quality of life. Fresno is also centrally located in California, which a lot of people don't think about. You're within driving distance of the coast, close to the mountains, and not too far from all the national parks. That makes weekend trips and outdoor activities very accessible without needing to live in a high-cost coastal city. The biggest con for some people is the summer heat. Fresno gets hot, and that's just part of living here. Air conditioning is not optional and your routine changes. People tend to do things earlier in the morning or later in the evenings during the hotter months. This is usually the biggest adjustment for newcomers. Another important thing to understand is Fresno varies a lot depending on where you live. Neighborhoods can feel very different, sometimes just a few minutes apart. This is where people can get tripped up if they rely on online research. Local insight matters because two areas that seem similar on paper can feel totally different in real life. Fresno is not also a big city nightlife type of place. If you're used to constant nightlife, dense walkability, or an urban lifestyle, Fresno may feel very limited. It's also a very car-dependent city. Most people rely on cars to get around, and walking depends on the specific type of area. Fresno seems to work really well for families, first-time buyers, remote workers, or people who have gotten priced out of other areas in California. It's a good fit for people who value space, affordability, and a slower, more manageable pace of life. On the other hand, if you absolutely hate the heat, want a highly walkable city, or value more of a luxurious nightlife all the time type of thing, Fresno might not be the best match. Although Fresno does have its own nightlife vibe, and we'll go over all of that in a separate video. A common misconception is that Fresno is the same or unsafe everywhere, which isn't accurate. Another misconception is that there's nothing to do here, but just like any other city, it depends on where you live and what you're into. The reality is more balanced than what you usually see online. At the end of the day, Fresno can be a great place to live as long as your expectations are realistic and you choose the right area for your lifestyle. If you're thinking about moving to Fresno and you need more help figuring out if it's the right move for you, reach out to me today. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more info on the Central Valley area, comment, and we'll see you guys in the next video.